So if you know, you know. That's what we're going to talk about today.
Welcome to Blunt Conversation.
Welcome.
RoseMarie.
With a drink today. Twilisha.
So we've talked about physical fitness, and we've talked about mental health, and we've talked about all of that. But Twy and I know each other from, we had worked together, but we also took a fitness class together. And this is,
trying to get right, trying to be healthy.
I think
I was overweight. She was overweight. We was like, let's do something about it.
And trying to be proactive. And again, this is kind of mid my mental health journey, so I was really looking to somebody else to kind of mentor me through, because being obese my whole life, I didn't know what to do. So I was looking to I didn't want to be another person and be like, I'm gonna lose weight and then not. So I was like, I need to go to someone who knows their stuff and is gonna motivate me and is gonna push me. So, and again, I always try to support Black-owned business. I think we've said that before.
Yes. Very important to us to support Black-owned business. So this high-intensity interval training that RoseMarie and I took together in Albany, New York, and if you know, you know, I happen to know the business owner since middle school. So I had known him about 15 years by this point, and he'd always been an athlete, and he'd always been, very well-bodied. He always had, he was always strong and fast and athletic. So in my mind, I'm like, well, if anybody knows how to get into shape, it's going to be somebody who's in shape. That's just, I feel like most people who are looking to get in shape, that's probably what they're thinking. Because especially I've always kind of been this size, I hit puberty. I was 205 in high school. I'm about 230 now. 240. Okay, I lied. I'm 240. Whatever. Whatever.
No one's got to know. We
can
edit all that out. It just has to be mad question marks.
So
she's a $120.
I just say that to say, I didn't let myself go after high school. That's how I came. But I was thinking to myself, I never knew what it was like to be a size 8 or something like that. I want to be 180 pounds. I want to be that. For some reason in my mind, I was like, if I could go from where I was at that time, about 230 pounds to 180, I was like, I could lose 50 pounds.
I was I think when I started off with Ed, I was 370. So I was big. But I told him I was going to be committed, and that I basically told him, if you build me, they will come. I was I want to be your star pupil. I want to be it. And I told all my friends, and I had plenty of chunky friends because I fed them and I brought them. and really kind of helped build up his base. And then
Rose and I, that's not where we met, but we obviously were in those classes together. For me, I liked the idea of being in a group. It made me go push myself a little harder. I'm kind of competitive, and because we were in that group, I kind of felt like a camaraderie among the people that were also trying to lose weight. It was a bunch of other women, a lot of other Black women, and people of color. There was Black and Spanish, whatever. I think there was one Southeast Indian person in the bunch, but whatever.
And
there was a lot of...
Where there's Black men, there's a white girl.
Well, of course, there was a bunch of white girls in the bunch, because there was a bunch of sexy, big sexy Black niggas talking about, let's get you into shape. Yeah, they want to get into shape, all right. But whatever. It was a good environment in that sense, so it kind of kept me coming back, because I said, well, this is one of the first programs that I really stuck with, and I stuck with it for over a year, almost 2 years.
Same.
And I lost all of 15 pounds.
Now, I did lose 60 pounds, but like I said, I was 370, so I had plenty to give. Okay? But also, we were doing... So kind of get into this, because it's not really about bashing the program, but I feel like we've talked about...
Isn't it? I want to bash the program.
Well, we're going to bash the program, but in the way that we
I'm
bash...
teasing.
But in the way that we'll bash MLMs and all other kinds of scams, because it's not we're not saying, of course, if you work out on a regular routine, you will lose weight. That's
obviously. That's a given. But I feel like for the type of exercise that we were doing at least 1 hour classes of high intensity interval training. And if you don't know what that is, maybe we'll put some links, or, you could Google it.
You can also Google it.
Whatever. It's I feel like you should know if you are an adult. But for us to be doing that type of intense training, and I only lose 15 pounds in the course of almost 2 years. I got strong as fuck. I got strong.
She could do a push-up.
Which was, I could do 10. I shattered a car door with my brute strength. But is that what I wanted to do? Or did I want to be thick sexy? Like, I feel like I wanted to be thick sexy, not She-Hulk. Right?
That's what we're going for. And for me, especially once I started losing weight and started working out with another trainer and was going to the doctor more regularly, you know, I had joint issues. Twice does too. I had knee issues, and they told me that because my knees were bent in, I shouldn't be jumping at all. I shouldn't have been doing squats. I shouldn't have been doing, and I was doing these things, and the instructor,
and this is her now at like she's under 200, and they're still like, don't jump
ever.
She was over 350, and she was jumping, and we're both going off the expertise of this person that we're paying to train us. We're telling him, it hurts when I do lunges. It hurts when I do this. It hurts my knees. Not discomfort, it's pain. Oh, you're just being lazy. You're being a cupcake. Take this stick. The stick is gonna get it done for you. I tore a calf muscle. It didn't get it done for me because my form was not right, because I couldn't be right because my fucking knees are arthritic. And my trainer did not modify anything about the program to account for that need.
And see, this is what I love about my therapy, because I can apply this to this dysfunctional relationship I had. I was giving my all to a man. And there were unrealistic expectations that I could never achieve, and I was failing, and I was still going hard, and it was literally killing me. So
hurting ourselves.
I was doing
there was a spider on me. Oh my god. We were both doing 2-a-days, and sometimes outside of the 2-a-days, our own private workouts. Rose was swimming. I remember vividly her swimming on her own private time.
I was trying to get my knees together because they were hurting so badly. The clients who were having success were working out like 3 and 4 times a day, which is not sustainable when you have a real life. Like,
unless you are an athlete, unless being an athlete is your life, or being a bodybuilder or something of that nature, like working out for 4 and 5 hours a day is not a sustainable lifestyle change for most people. Like, yeah, everybody could do it, anybody could do it, but people got kids, people got jobs, and honestly, like this trainer was a stay-at-home dad, so like, yeah, he has time to work out every time he eats, but I don't have the time nor the inclination to work out every time I eat, especially not at the intensity level that we were working out. I felt like if I'm burning between 600 to 1,000 calories in a given workout, and I'm doing at least 1, if not 2 a day, I'm working out at least 5 days a week, sometimes twice a day. So I'm not understanding, if you're such the good trainer, why I'm not hitting goals.
And to be fair, the people who were having the most success, like, they did wind up gaining weight back, and it wasn't sustainable because you can't keep that up. Like, so why we're telling you this kind of backstory? Yeah, there's a killer bee.
There's a bumble. We get bumbles by our house.
You know I'm thirsting to spray some bee spray.
She wants to fucking poison the front yard over these bumblebees, and I don't agree. I don't agree with it. Not while we're out here. You gotta do that shit at night or something.
I'm thirsty to do it. Anyway.
Okay, well, whatever.
But anyway, why we're telling this backstory of this MLM hit program is because eventually we both stopped messing with it. And honestly, for me, I felt like a failure. It was very hard because it was like, oh, you know, I did lose weight, but I stopped. I should have been doing more cardio. It was a whole thing. But anyway.
And I also was having some of those same feelings. I mean, I more felt like kind of stupid because my best friend at the time was like, because basically every time we would have sorry, we're filming outside again, and the people next door is having a Mother's Day party, so if you hear like indiscriminate hollers, that's why. But my best friend...
Also, there's dudes, so I'm distracted. If you see me, like, wandering off...
I don't know why she's distracted, because there's literally a nigga over there in a bubble coat, and it's 80 degrees outside, so they obviously don't have it all.
I didn't
Scratch
see that. Oh, no.
You see... Girl, do you see me? Like, it was like nobody was even there. You should already knew. Anyway, My best friend at the time was like, yeah, I mean, I'm glad you could do push-ups and stuff. She's like, but why is nobody losing weight? Like, and that's the thing. Like, it wasn't just me, or it wasn't just Rose, and it wasn't like a bias. Like, people from the outside were like, but why are you working out this hard and not losing weight? And
Every
like,
day.
I kept being like to my friend, like, nah, you know, we just gotta build our muscle mass, and then the metabolism's gonna like, I was in a brainwash scenario, and really was going hard for this program that was demonstrably not working for me. It was not achieving me the results that I was looking for. And when I tore my calf muscle and had to fucking sit my ass down and stop beasting, I looked back and I was like, what are you doing? Like, you're paying this man upwards of $100 a month to train you, and now you're laid up and infirmed in the bed because he didn't want to listen to you when you said that it hurt you too much to do lunges, that you have arthritis, so it's probably not healthy for you to do lunges, that you have a Baker cyst, so it's, you know what I mean, like, he just didn't listen. It was all, you're lazy, you're a cupcake, you just don't want to do the work. And it's like, I don't know how much more work I could have done. I would have fucking broken my legs if I worked any harder.
And for me, like I said, I was losing weight, but not a lot. I was putting on more muscle. It wasn't success, and because I had so much to go. Like, it felt like this huge undertaking that, like, I mean, it's a year and a half, 2 years later, and I've lost 65 pounds. Like, I'm just like, and I could lose another 100. Like, I was like, I'm all done. I can't do this. And afterwards, when I did get my mental health together and then got the gastric sleeve, I was like, that is totally not maintainable. Like, it's not.
It's not. And looking at the person who was training us and the lifestyle that they live, and then looking at my lifestyle, not only was it not sustainable for most people, it wasn't even something I wanted to do. Like, for him, like, that's his fun. Like, how doing makeup or maybe painting or maybe going out on the town might be fun, or whatever you find fun. For him, that was his fun. So basically, I felt like I was paying somebody $100 a month to come and flex on me twice a day while I tried to keep up and failed miserably.
He was working out. Like, he wasn't really training. He was doing, like, we would go into class and the workout would be
his workout.
a thousand jumping jacks. That could be the whole workout. That could be the whole class. 1,000 jumping jacks.
And it's like, I could do, like, that's not what we paying you for you to come and do your workout around us. We're paying you because you're supposed to be the professional. You're supposed to offer us modifications or corrections or adjustments if our form is wrong. If you know what I mean, like, that's what we're paying for your expertise, not for you to fucking do L-sits and pull-ups and weird shit in front of us because you want to flex.
But we're telling you this because we didn't, like, diminish his character. We didn't, talk about his business. We just moved on. Like, we both, prospectively, on our own, we weren't speaking to each other at the time. This wasn't like let's synchronize our fat.
No, we both parted ways with this program for our own personal reasons, and it wasn't something we discussed. Like, she had her own thing, I had my own thing. I was hurt, she was hurt, we were both hurt in different ways, and so we both was just like, you know what, this ain't working, and we moved on. Like, literally moved on.
Didn't say anything bad.
Didn't even, you know what I mean? I ended up blocking this person because he's a maniac, but it didn't even have anything to do with me. Like, after I left his tutelage as my trainer, I still didn't have no problem with him. I was like, whatever, I don't care, it's not a big deal.
Just didn't work for me. Moved on. So we both prospectively move on, go do our independent things. We start working together, whatever. Now, in the midst of this, we're getting ready to plan our big move to Georgia. See episode 1. So we're getting ready to plan our big move to Georgia, and nobody knows this because we thought we were going to do some Billy Badass, like, let's just up and leave our hometown. All right. So in trying and we did, and we were trying to, like, go with really no hubbub and no affair and no nothing, but Twileisha likes to troll the
internet. Social media, as it is wont to do, gets you into trouble. So, y'all know about Facebook on this day, memories, whatever you call it. I'm going through my on this day. And because there were so many photos taken of me during that period of my life, because every time I did a workout, there was a photo to commemorate the workout. So like I'm still untagging myself in these photos to this day. It's been over 5 years. Anyway, so one of the memories comes up and it's showing me like laid out on the mat, team dead. I had really like put my heart and soul, blood, sweat, and tears into the workout, and I was like a sweaty dead mess. And I shared the picture of me, and I said
in your stories, correct?
I don't know if I shared it in my stories or on my page, but I shared it.
Oh yeah.
And I just said, you know, remember when I was paying all that money to not lose weight? Or something snarky like that. But I still did not, I mean, that was snarky, but I didn't be like, remember when I was patronizing this business name? No, I just, you know what I mean? Like, whatever. And the person, like I said, had been blocked for years at this point. So there's no reason for him to see it. And I posted it and literally moved on about my, like, I never gave it a second thought because they really partying over here. I hope it's not too crazy on the recording. But anyway, I never gave it a second thought. I post so many things on my social media. It's just kind of like an open dialogue. So literally, I'll forget.
She's genuinely not meaning to offend. She's just
like, I'll forget that I even said anything. People be like, oh my God, you said that? And I'll be like, I said what? Oh, that?
Now, in my world, because I stay in a hyperactive, anxious, oh my God, everyone's judging me world. When I saw that post, I was like, this isn't going to go over well. But
But mind you, I'm over 5 years out from this class. The people that I was in the class with, I don't even talk to none of them no more. Like, not hardly. And we're deep into a pandemic at this point. So you haven't seen anybody in person in God knows how long.
No.
By this point. It's December 2020. So right before I go to bed that night, I get a a Facebook message from this person who knows me from up there, but she moved down south, but she got her ear to the ground, y'all. Like, she be knowing all the 518 gossip before the people in the 518 know the 518 gossip. That's another conversation for another time. But anyway, she messages me and I see her screenshot in this dude's page, and she's like, he's talking about you on your page, on his page, and like, I just ignored that too and went to bed because I was like, whatever. So he's talking about me on his page. He's blocked. Like, you're blocked. So the fact that you got somebody looking at my page and sending you info, it's stupid. We're 36, boy. Like, we're grown.
I have no idea about any of this. I'm just living my best life, planning my trip to Atlanta, whatever. I know the next day she has a gig as a makeup artist.
Oh yeah, I did have a gig, didn't I?
You did.
I was working, having a job and shit, like doing real stuff, not stalking people on Facebook.
So she's at her job and she posts in her stories.
Oh, that's right, because I was doing
This is why I'm here, because I remember.
I'll be remembering shit, especially on social media. Like, literally in one ear and out the other. Like, don't dwell on it. It was a moment in time. We've moved on. Anyway,
People had not moved on.
They hadn't. I posted in my stories because by the time I was at my makeup job and I was doing makeup for this photo shoot, I had already gotten the nighttime alert. And then I think somebody, was it you?
Oh, yeah. It was me, because I hit her up because what happened was I started to notice that people were posting and tagging this business like, this is the best business I ever went to. And I'm like, the timing is a little suspicious. That now,
at this time, I'm not even knowing that Rose, you know what I mean? Like, I'm working, so I'm not like looking, who watched my stories. I posted it and started working. So she's like hitting me up like, girl, this is what's going on. So all these people who were his clients are his clients still, even though he moved out of the area. How you training people, like he don't, like the business failed, whatever. They're still sucking his dick until their knees are bloody red, whatever.
Meanwhile, I had lost a whole bunch of weight because we went hiking.
Literally, I was snatched. Like, insert pictures of me looking snatched. Anyway, so they're all weirdly in their feelings because I said, remember that time I paid all of my money to not lose weight. I already said I don't lose no weight in this thing. I lost 15 pounds in 2 years. That's not no weight. That's nothing. So I was in my stories being spicy, as I'm glad
she remembers this part, because I was going to be like...
Because I was like, what did I say? I said something along the lines of like, I feel like people are minding my business, and instead of minding my business, maybe you should mind the fact of like why none of your children have fathers. I think you have more important things to worry about than me and what I'm doing and how I feel about how I spent my money. Like, y'all got more important shit to worry about. I might be paraphrasing, but that's the gist of it. Basically, why are you worried about me as a single mother, as a person who got a lot more on their plate than what Twilisha's doing? You're in my stories. You're taking screenshots. Okay?
Is this before or after you got inboxed?
This was before.
Oh.
You're taking screenshots. You're sending it to people that I have blocked. And for me, my first thought was, you're all mothers. You're all mothers. With mystery niggas as dads. Like, whatever. I did mention that, they was having babies for mystery niggas. But they were. Like, everybody's popping up pregnant and there's no men around. So I'm like, it's not a lie.
But also, again, this is in her stories. This is not on this is not an Instagram page. This is not on a Facebook page. This is on Instagram stories. So, like, you literally have to be in her stories to see this. It's not like she was on the internet besmirching people.
And I still wasn't. Like, I felt like what I said, although spicy, was not pejorative. It wasn't like to diminish nobody. I'm basically like stop minding my business.
And you're in my stories too.
You clearly have your own business to mind. Don't mind mine. Mind yours. So I post that, and I get an inbox from, shall we call her Nutty number one?
Call her whatever you want.
I get an inbox from Nutty number one. Nutty number one is like, who are you talking about in your stories? And I was like, is that your question? And she's like, yeah. I feel like if you're going to be saying stuff like that, you could call names. And I was like, she asked like, was it about her or something weird like that? And I was like, do you think it's about you? I was like, if you feel like it's about you, then it could be about you. Were you minding my business? Because it specifically said the people who minded my business. Like, that was how it opened. The people who minded my business. So, like, are you minding my business? And maybe you shouldn't be, because you got kids and you should go, like, be taking care of your kids and not minding my business. So, I did not confirm or deny to her if it was about her. It wasn't about her. But I was just like, it's weird
it was just a general ass statement anyway. It was
weird that you wanted to, like, have this conversation. Like, I laughed at her. I thought it was stupid. And I just was like, whatever. So then it turns into she's gonna tag me in a post on the main page. And so I'm like,
were you done? I think you might have been done with your gig by now, and she was en route to my house. Cause like,
I had finished my gig, and like,
I didn't know she had been inboxed, because I was like, still, again, living my life as usual. 9 times out of 10, what was I doing? Cooking dinner.
Pretty much.
So I'm like, so she's en route, and as she gets her, she's telling me that she'd been inboxed, and I was like, get the fuck out of here.
I'm like, girl, no. Inbox.
So when the
over this fucking shit, over this high intensity interval training head ass nigga.
Now
that don't even live around here no more.
She's so unbothered. It was, I hate it, because I'm so stressed. I hate it.
Rose was vexed. Like, because they kept tagging me, because I kept untagging myself and being like, you guys are acting crazy. Like, I'm not doing this with you. Like, I will laugh and be like, you're trying to argue with me, and I'm not gonna argue with you. Like, I'm just gonna laugh and move on. And like, so they kept tagging me in new posts every time I would untag myself or whatever, be like, delete their comments, because I was like, I would just be posting normal shit that had nothing to do with this situation, and they would come under and be like, no, and I'd be like, You guys are
It
being
was so
weird.
weird. And
You're being super strange.
people
Like,
who are
stop.
old.
And they're grown. They're older than me. Like, I was
like my
already
age,
too
like,
grown for it.
About to be 40. Like, what are you doing? And I was like, what are you doing? Because that's how I was like, I'm home, and I'm just like, oh, this is gonna be a thing.
Because I'm like, I'm already too grown for it, and y'all are older than me, and this is stupid. And like, it came to a point where I was like, what do you want here? Like, do you want to fight? Because I'm not gonna fight you. I have arthritis. So like, I don't understand why you're stalking me around the internet trying to get like the satisfaction of me saying to you, yes, it was, you're the specific single mother that was my, but I was like, were you minding my business? Every time they were like, was it about me? I was like, were you minding my business? Nobody wanted to answer that question. I know it was you. You don't want to answer my question. I'm not going to answer your question. That's just where I'm at with that. Rose is getting vexed. I'm tickled and entertained.
Here's the thing though, because I know she's like tickled and entertained, but like I know them, and I just knew it was gonna escalate because of how they were. Now, granted, I'm still not in this at all. Like literally
has not a fucking thing in the world to do with Rose.
So Twy makes a post that's like, it's super weird when people are your Facebook friends and they don't like you, and I laughed at it emoji, like,
because mind you, these are all my Facebook friends. They're all my Facebook friends. So all of a sudden the conversation went from, is this about me, to, now I'm ugly, and you know what I mean, like, and all these weird things. I can't do makeup.
She doesn't
and
like single mother.
I hate every single mother. I said, you know what I mean? They were just really reaching for the stars with their comments, like, guys.
And she was just so tickled.
Clearly I'm cute. Clearly I'm an amazing makeup artist. Clearly I don't hate single mothers. She's a single mother. My mother's a single mother. Like, whatever. But was my mother on the internet getting butthurt because I said people with kids need to not be minding my business and mind their kids? No, she wasn't. Was Rose on the internet
making her dinner
being like, Twylisha, why'd you say that about me?
Yo, and so the funny thing is I'm like, oh, this is annoying, whatever. She's caught, so I'm like, whatever. I go check my dinner, come back, check my phone. From the time it has taken me to check whatever the fuck I had cooked, the thing, I am tagged in the post, and I'm just like, now
she's fucking now she's on 10. She's like pacing back and forth. And my mom or somebody had called me, and I was like trying to relay what was going on because it was stupid, and I was just like laughing. But like I felt like every time I laughed, like Rose got more mad. So I was just like, I'm gonna have to get on the phone with you. I was like, because she's pissed the fuck off. And these bitches is like, they're vapor. They're not important. That's why I was like, this is stupid. I'm not gonna have a stupid ass conversation with these stupid ass people.
And I literally like got on the post and was like, I'm not gonna engage with you. Like, I'm too old for this. Like you have my phone number. You know where I live. Like, if you, it's not. I'm not gonna be on Beyonce's internet.
And that's the thing.
With you when I'm about to be 40.
Like, y'all out here acting like I'm your best friend, and I said something to fucking hurt you, or like I'm sending subs about you. At the end of the day, like, I don't even really fuck with you hoes like that. So what would make you think that anything that I said was about you? That's the first part. The second part, what I said, if you identified with it,
that shows a certain insecurity.
That says something about your life choices, because I said a lot of things, right? I said, your children don't have any fathers. I said, you're having babies with mystery niggas. And I said, you're minding my business. I said those three things, right? So if you felt like that was you, then you should ask yourself, well, why was I minding Twylisha's business when my children don't have fathers, and the fathers that did make them don't want to be seen in public with me? It's weird. And we'll talk about that. It's weird that y'all want to have babies with niggas that haven't been seen in public with you. That goes for everybody who's doing it, not just these bitches who think it was about them. That literally goes for everybody. That shit is fucking weird. Stop doing it. Stop having babies with niggas that don't want to be seen with you.
I swear, we're going to have a whole episode on that. It's going to be a thing. So, in the meantime, all of a sudden, the bulldog, it starts coming out, and she's tagging me in posts, and I'm like, I'm not gonna be on Beyonce's internet acting a fool because like it keeps receipts, and I'm trying to be famous, hey. But whatever. So I'm like, get her, Mark. I just sick Mark Zucker. I'm just like block, tag, harassment.
I would like to report this post.
Don't bully me. I don't like it. And of course they have to take it down. All of a sudden she's like, I'm a businesswoman. I can't be doing. Oh, now.
Yeah, you want to be a business person?
Because your page was about to be shut down for 30 days.
Because you got put in Facebook jail.
And then what would you do? Because clearly you don't have a life.
And then look at who got put in Facebook jail. Not me. Not me. And I'm no stranger to Facebook jail, but I literally I did not say anything. Listen, if Facebook said I could say it, I could say it. Because Facebook don't let you say nothing.
Facts.
You got put in Facebook jail because you was acting crazy. Like, you're literally stalking me all around because you want to have this weird conversation about your fatherless children. And I'm like, why are you doing this to your kids? Like, you just making your kids look crazy in public. You know that, right? I don't have no kids. Like, my kid's not gonna look crazy in public.
Stop talking about my kids, and like literally, she was talking about kids.
I never said anything about anybody's kids. What I did say, because the first day that it happened, the day that I had my gig, it was like going on all day, and like I was over it. And then I was just like, this is stupid. Like, I'm not even entertained no more. Like, this, like they're acting crazy.
I thought it was so gonna be over that
and Rose
day.
was like, I was like, you're not gonna be still on this tomorrow. She was like, no. I was like, no, yeah. So like,
I be literally dumbfounded by people's stupidity.
No, literally, I hadn't even had my morning bath. Okay.
I think I woke you up that morning.
I'm sitting in bed, and like I wake up to a text from Rose like, this bitch is still talking, cause she must have
we've already established I'm a
like
riser, so.
Shot up out of her bed like Twilisha. Like, I just feel like she was like like it just was on her heart that she still needed to have this weird conversation with me on the internet.
You know,
it was 7 in the morning. I don't be up. It was 7 in the morning. She first thing got me tagged in a post. So before I could even wake up, of course Rose saw it because she wakes up at like 0 dark 30 all the time, whatever. So then I do wake up and I see the post and I comment and I say, Nutty number 1, I hope your day gets better from here. And I untag myself and I take my fucking morning bath because she's crazy. Like, bitch, get off my dick. Like, if you wanted to lick my clit, just say that.
But wait, I love the post she put up because she was like, this bitch started about me before me and her kids breakfast this morning.
Yeah.
Shit. And I was like, wow.
I did. Before I untagged myself, I did share it. And I did say that. I said, this bitch is like about me first thing in the morning. Before she brush her teeth, before she wash her ass, before she fix her kids breakfast, she think about me. And you wonder why I said, stop minding my business. You have kids. What are you doing?
It was funny. But anyway.
It was foolishness.
And literally the whole time we're getting ready to come down.
Here to go scouting for houses. So I'm really like, literally in my mind, I had already left Albany, New York. Like, so I just was like, whatever, who gives a fuck what they think? They were like, we're gonna blackball you. And I was like, you've literally never spent money with me. I booked you that one time. I was like, oh my God, I've been doing makeup for 10 years and you booked me that one time. Guess I better stake my whole career on you and your business. Like, I was just like, what is going on?
The thing, like, we were literally like moving away, like not worried about them, like just doing our own thing, starting our business. Like, they could have gone out to, and they were just weirdly eager to vilify us. And I was like,
it was like they had been waiting for a moment, and that was the best they could find when I shared that post about that high intensity interval training ass nigga. That was what they found to be like.
Live. We didn't mention it.
Oh,
there was a.
So there was a live.
Oh, we didn't watch. You know what's funny?
I didn't watch the live.
Literally, I like this about us. We both didn't watch it. Like, we both are like,
what was I gonna do? Like, watch the live? Come on, bro.
I wasn't finna watch that. Like, I was watching my regular TV shows and like looking on Facebook like a normal person.
By that time, I had quit my job. I was living my best fucking life. I was not finna watch that live.
So one of these chicks did a whole live, which it's not
Nutty number 2.
It wasn't good for Kevin Hart. It wasn't good for Tyrese. Stop
doing lives
when y'all are emotional.
Trying to explain yourself, trying to make it make sense. Like, stop doing lives and doing that. Because, like, this what happened. Because Nutty number 2 had got on one of my posts talking about you need to be held accountable for the things that you, like, some weird shit. And I was like, girl, fuck you and them kids. Like, what are you talking about? And after I said that to her, she didn't say.
Will that come back up in the memory?
I deleted it. I was deleting their comments because the thing of it was that I don't got them. They got them. I don't have them.
Our hometown is mad.
If I ever get famous, them screenshots is gonna come out and it's gonna look crazy from the skewed perspective. But come back here and listen to what I say when I say bitches was reaching for the stars.
Are we gonna talk about all the people who hit us up with mad shady info?
Oh, why again? Reasons why you shouldn't be minding my business and mind your own, because niggas was thirsty, okay, to talk to me about your welfare fraud.
Oh my god!
Excuse me, Nutty number 2.
People were, but yo.
So this is the type of stuff like, that I just was like, you know what?
Watch the live, like she made herself look crazy. I was like, I literally was living my best life. Like I think that was literally like wasn't it like the week?
It was literally like the week before we left for Atlanta.
We were like leaving to like look for houses, and then
I'm a trip booked.
Like I'm packed. Like we're packed.
I got a plane ticket booked. Bye. I'm leaving. Like you're gonna be in Albany.
Look nuts.
So yes, people were thirsty, hitting us up with all type of interesting information and stuff and their perspective and how they felt. But a lot of people up there, they would never publicly side with us. Mm-mm. They would never comment and be like, you guys are acting crazy. You know what I mean? They would never do that because of the cliquish nature up there and because of the particular people basically because of the person Nutty number 2 is. Nobody really cares who the fuck Nutty number 1 is. But like, whatever. And also, it's a bunch of community head ass niggas trying to fake the front and put on an air of positivity. So that's why Nutty number 2 got on my post and was like, you need to be held accountable, and it was having her political talk. And I was like, girl, fuck you, like, because I don't give a fuck about any of that. And I'll be like, girl, fuck you and them kids. I don't care.
Now I had worked with Nutty number 2, and I have the receipts because I've worked with her for a long time.
We both work with Nutty number 2.
And she
I'm all up to do the footages.
To say,
now I'm ugly.
I was given miscongeniality.
Listen, the receipts, the story don't add up, sis, because none of the stories was adding up. They was trying to act like Rose was some kind of villain. They was trying to act like I was some kind of villain, and I'm like, but you don't make no sense, because how I'm ugly, but you beg me to be in your production. How I'm a bad makeup artist, but you was thirsty for me to do the headlining of your production 2 years in a row. Like, make it make sense. Can I do makeup or I can't do makeup? Because, like, you wanted me there. You wanted me there. You wanted me to be there so bad, you gave me the headlining acts. Like, so basically, I'm doing the most important part of the show. It's weird how I can't do makeup now, though, because you're mad.
I'm just saying, it was all cheesy. Funny little tidbit, I actually just got an email from my hometown that I'm getting an award up there now that I left. But it actually was an award that Nutty number 2 was given, so
none of it makes sense. That's why I was like, okay, so then Rose hits me up because this went on into a third day. Lest we not forget, it like kept going. I had detached from it like after I went to, like, when I went to bed that second night, but I was like, this is silly. Like, you guys are really on this. But somebody, the town fool, hits Rose up talking about, oh my gosh, Nutty number 2 do got a point though. This was after the live. And when she relayed that information to me, I said, Rose, that's all you need to know about this whole conversation is the type of niggas that agree with Nutty number 2 is the town fool.
I blocked him.
There's no reason to, like, there's nothing else to say.
Dumb.
He's so dumb. He's, like, I think he might be...
Oh, he's slow.
A little bit delayed.
But, so, when we were kind of...
Can we say that? Can we say
so.
that people are delayed? What is the proper terminology for it? I don't want to get in trouble. I already
mentally handicapped.
supposedly hate single mothers.
Mentally handicapped.
Mentally handicapped?
Yeah.
Okay. I just feel like maybe we shouldn't talk about him so rough.
I feel like at this point we said so many non-PC things. I just feel like that's... I mean,
whatever. I don't know. Anyway. Whatever. I mean...
We just... Like
I didn't even... What are you going to cancel? My 1,000 followers on Instagram?
Facts. So I'm like, what you going to do? Whatever.
But, so yeah, that was the shenanigans that popped off, like, literally right before we left home. And it was just so stupid because, like, I was just going to leave like a thief in the night. Like, and I couldn't have imagined that from me sharing that old picture of me kind of being mad at my own self for spending so much money and investing so much of my time and my body really into this mission that was fruitless. That's really what that post was about. That's really where that came from. And for people to take that and personalize it and internalize it and take it like they gotta start making these weird posts about me on their page, I'm just like, he had all these pictures of me and like screenshots, and the thing of it is, it's just like I said in the beginning, like when you're right, be a business person. Like if somebody if anybody ever like was like, I was not happy with the Face Goddess, like when she did my makeup, it was, I didn't get what I paid for, like I would never respond that way. I would literally hit that person up and be like, did we have a misunderstanding? Because first of all, my clients would never speak about me like that because I don't treat my clients the way he did, so I wouldn't have those problems. But if somebody was unhappy with the work that I provided, like I want to make that relationship better, because that's how I get business. Is like, I love repeat business, and I love when my clients are like, oh my God, you know, Twilicia did such a good job on my makeup, and she made me feel beautiful, and she made me feel comfortable, and she was sanitary, and I like, that's the type of things people say about me when I do their makeup, and I like that. I don't want to have people saying like I mismatched their color, I made them feel garish or unattractive or anything like that. I would feel like, oh my God, I can't believe that that's how we parted ways and you felt. I would want to make that better. I would not be like, she's lying, like, you know what I mean? Like, even if that was not my perception, I'm not, as a business person, gonna publicly have like a meltdown because somebody said that they didn't like my work. Really it was bizarre. But that's the type of person that this person is. Like, and when I was in the thick of it with him, he would behave like that, and I would, because I've known him since middle school, I would be like, yo, like, that's not good for your, like, it's not a good look for your business, like, for you to act like that in front of other clients. Like, you out here getting loud with your clients and saying like crazy stuff to them in a group chat that it could be screenshotted, it could be kept forever. And he was like, if anybody got a problem with me, then they just gonna have to take it up with God. So, you know, when people say stuff like that to you, you just be like, okay, well, they can't be told. Like, they're gonna do what they want to do. And of course, his business fell apart because you can't treat your clients like that, especially when your clients are on a weight loss journey. He would always be like, y'all are too emotional. Y'all are too emotional about this. This is exercise. And I would always be like, no, this is people trying to change their entire lifestyle, and it's difficult, and it is emotional.
But it was exercise to him, and that's the difference. And for it to have turned into a whole big thing where, you know, it was just it was basically the equivalent to pitchforks and fucking torches on our way out of town, because people were just really dragging.
They were definitely chasing the monster out of town on that one.
But like I said, we had already moved on, and we're still.
Before I left, somebody was like, oh, I'm looking for a makeup artist, and someone else up there tagged me, because a lot of people know that I'm an excellent makeup artist. and one of the people who was running with this I hate single mothers thing, want to be down, number one, she commented the post and was like, I don't think you should book her because she hates single mothers, and was like really dragging it. And I saw the comment and I laughed at it, and then I responded to the person who tagged me and was like, thank you for tagging me, thank you for thinking of me. And I think I did book that job, but anyway, that's neither here nor there. It's just like, because you're so invested in your make-believe fantasy that I hate single mothers, you want to stop. Everybody support black business until their feelings are hurt, and now it's I want to take money out of your pocket, and that crazy.
I mean, my thing, that's my thing, is just to be a business person. I don't care what color you are. I want you to be about your business. I don't care. Drug dealers, I want you to do better. Everybody, I want you to do better. But
drug dealers, y'all gotta do better. Y'all gotta do better.
Oh, speaking of doing better, I'm employed now. Yay. I know, she's not entertaining this at all. It's fine. I was unemployed for a whole week. It was fine.
Anyway.
We're living the dream.
Oh, I met some fine ass nigga yesterday. Let's see what that's about. He been texting me today. I like it.
I'm still tapping out.
Why do you people in Georgia is wearing bubble coats and it's 80 degrees out today?
I see it now. I'm sorry.
I have questions.
If it's not.
It's not bubble coat weather. It hasn't been bubble coat weather since I got here.
But, alright. I think we have till next time. I don't know what we're going to talk about next time. We'll have to figure it out.
I feel like we had a plan, didn't we?
I'll remember we're not high anymore.
Yeah, but this is Purple Urkel. I like that shit.
We were going to talk about this and it was going to lead into something else. I don't remember why. Cause
you didn't write it down? Terrible. Alright, this has been Blunt Conversations. We're out.